Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I style my hair like this. I do this pretty much every day on the days I feel like doing my hair. This is just like my go-to. I don't really like wearing my hair straight like that often. So I usually just do these really simple, easy, I call them curls, but some people think they're just like waves. Whatever you want to call it, I'm going to show you how I achieve that with a 1-inch curling iron. You can use any size you want, but for my hair length, a 1-inch works the best to achieve this look. So if you want to see how I used a flat iron to get this hairstyle, then just keep on watching. First things first, I'm going to turn on my iron, of course. So for my waves or curly hair, I use a 1-inch flat iron. This is the Bio-Ionic 1-inch, I think it's the Gold Pro flat iron. This is the first actually professional iron I've ever owned for myself. Obviously at the salon I use all professional products, but I have been using the same $20 Remington flat iron for like 7 plus years, and I finally upgraded myself to a nice flat iron this year, or like this month. I don't know why I said this year. And ignore my missing middle nail. It popped off yesterday, so I have to redo that. But anyways, this is the flat iron that I use, so I'm just gonna turn it on. I love this one because it heats up in like 30 seconds. It works so fast, so I don't even have to let it sit for a while. The most important thing when styling your hair is to use a heat protectant. We hear people preach about it all the time, and it's for a very good reason. You want to protect your hair from any damage that you can control. Obviously, no matter how much heat protectant you use, if you're constantly using heat, your hair is going to feel that. You're just going to be able to notice no matter what. But using a heat protectant is definitely going to lessen the effect the heat has on your hair, lessen the negative effect, sorry, that the heat has on your hair. And heat protectant also protects from the UV rays from the sun. So the one that I've been using currently is this aerosol one from Sexy Hair. It's a Style Protect Me 450-degree hot tool protection spray. I really switch up my heat protectants. I do love the Paul Mitchell Neuro heat protectant spray, but that one is really hard to find, not full price, because since I am a licensed hairstylist, I can get things a lot cheaper than other people, and I do not want to pay $20-something for a heat protectant when I can get one for $11 that's still professional. So anyways, I just spray this all throughout my hair. And I know a lot of people like to use oils, which sometimes I do. When my hair is drier, I focus with oils, and my favorite to use is the Olaplex No. 7 Bonding Oil. I'm sure you've heard of it before. I will talk about this one more when I do a hair care video. I don't necessarily use it when I'm styling my hair, but we will talk about that in the future. So I'm just brushing that through my hair, and I love this one and all aerosol ones really because they make my hair feel so soft. You can't feel it on your hair. It's not like a heat protectant / hairspray, because I know there are a lot that give a hairspray finish and heat protect, but I just like the ones that are solely for heat protecting. And second, I go in with dry shampoo. My current favorite is the Moroccan Oil dry shampoo in the dark tone shade. Since my roots are obviously darker, I go in with this one because I don't want any white residue. I just put a light layer because I just got my hair cut yesterday, so obviously it was washed, but I just like to put a little bit of this in to freshen it up and to give some texture in there. This technically is day 1 hair, so I don't really need that much, but you can see how much volume that gave. Obviously I'm not gonna go out like this. And I love this one because it feels really good on the hair. It doesn't make it super dry like all the buildup does. Usually when you get dry shampoo, makes your hair feel super dry and thick and too gritty, but this one actually makes your hair feel better than it did before you even put it on, which is amazing. And then now I will go in and section my hair. I like to do about 2 to 3 sections. It just depends what kind of look I'm going for. So after I have my hair sectioned, this is the bottom layer. I do put in some hairspray. I used to not really do this too much on my hair personally. I do that on my clients just to give them better hold. But my hair used to hold a curl really well, but recently it hasn't. I think it's because I wasn't styling my hair for a while. I was just putting in a clip, so it kind of fell out of getting used to the heat. So I'm gonna go in with my Moroccan Oil Luminous Hairspray in the medium finish. just to prep my hair a little bit so it holds the curl better. You can still go in with hairspray afterwards, but this just gives it that like immediate hold. I get a lot of questions on how to use the flat iron to do curls, and that's the whole point of me doing this video, so I can give more of kind of like a good look at it so you can see the motions I'm constantly doing. So it's easiest to practice this with your flat iron off so you can get the motion down, because that's the hardest part, is finding like your hand position. I know when I first started doing this like 3.5 years ago, it was really hard for me to like figure out like how the heck do I hold this, but obviously practice makes perfect, and the best way to practice is with your flat iron off, so you're not constantly going over your hair and like burning it, because you're more than likely not going to get it perfect on your first try. Now I'm going to take a middle layer. Now if I'm on day 3 or 4 with my curls, I can get away with even just doing one layer. Like I don't even have to clip up any of my hair. I just throw in some random curls, but obviously my hair is straight, so that's why I'm taking like section by section. Plus if you have thicker hair, of course, usually it's easier to go at least in 2 sections. But now when you are doing the curls, the more times you churn your iron, the tighter the curls are going to be. So for example, if I take this and I twist it all the way around, it's going to give me a tighter curl. But if I take this section and just do a quick wave like that, it's just going to give me a little bevel, which is good if you're going for just loose waves, but this is obviously not matching with this. Or you could even, I'm going to take that piece again now that it's cooled. I'm just going to do like kind of like one twist, and it gave a little bit of a tighter curl like that. So it's all about how many times you curl, how much tension. You don't need to be like clamping it and pulling on your hair. I feel like a lot of people think that's what they need to do the curls, but that's not what is going to give you the curl. How many times you twist your iron is what is going to give you that true curl or loose wave. And I'll show you at the end how to get more of like the looser, beachier effect. And you can do this on longer hair. I do find this to be the easiest style for shorter hair when curling it, because you can use a curling iron on my length hair, but me personally, I cannot curl my own hair with a curling iron. Like it doesn't look the same. It's not as easy. Like this is just much user friendly, and most people already have a flat iron, so you can use a tool that you already have. You don't have to go out and buy a whole nother tool to get the look. Now obviously if you have hair down to your butt, it's going to take a lot more. You're probably not going to want to use a straightener because you're going to be like twisting forever to get all the curl in. But even if you have hair down to like here, I'd probably say that's like the cutoff to where it would be like just easier if you used a curling iron. So now I am sectioning off the top. I split the top section into 2 just to make sure I don't miss any hairs, especially back in like where I have a cowlick. Just want to make sure I get it all. Now the back of the head, I know a lot of people struggle with regardless when styling it. So I just kind of pull it out still to the back, because if you pull it to the front too much, it's not going to get a full curl. But you can see how I got that nice curl in there. And you'll see, obviously, I just like brushed through my section. I like to do that just to ensure that it's like nice and smooth, especially since I put hairspray in it beforehand. So it has a bit of like that tacky finish to it. So I want to brush through that just to give a smoother curl. And then these front pieces are the tricky part. I still struggle with it on a daily basis, especially because they're at like an awkward length. So when I curl them, they kind of flip out weird. But that's what I'll show you at the end, how to kind of like correct it. And you can see I'm not brushing out my curls yet. I'm letting them set because that will also help them last longer if you let them completely cool down. Okay, now that I have my whole head full of curls, I let them cool down first. All right, now that I have let my curls cool down, I am gonna go in with my hairspray again and just put a decent amount on, not too much, because I mean, my hair was just washed yesterday. I don't want it to already have too much product in it, so I'm just putting a little bit so they last me. And then I just take my fingertips and kind of claw through them. You can use like a wide tooth comb also if you want, but I just like to do this. I feel like I have more control over which ones like I loosen and which ones I keep a little tighter. And then I go through and I kind of shake, get those underneath ones a little looser, and that's what it looks like when I am done. But this is not the last step, because if you can see this, these are like where my layers live. It's kind of like flippy and awkward. I don't really like that look sometimes. It's like kind of spunky, but I like a little bit more of a calm down look. So what I will do is go in with my flat iron again and take the ends and kind of bevel under. Just like that. Even just like straighten them. That's what I like to do with the front ones. I like to straighten because you can see this is going away from my face, and I don't really like it to flip out like that. Like that's like Shirley Temple. So what I will do is I'll take the ends and just smooth them. And it doesn't always work. Like that did not work when I did that. It kind of just made it worse. Or I'll just go over the whole thing to kind of calm it down. Okay, that is much better. You can see it's not all flippy and weird, but it still has a really pretty look to it, and I love like these money pieces. It just really brightens everything up, especially with the curls. But that is how I've been doing my everyday hair. Some days I'll do it a little tighter, some days I'll do it a little looser to get more of a lived-in look, but today obviously I have like full face makeup. I'm a little glam today, so this is the look I am going for. I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video and seeing how I style my everyday hair. I hope I was at least a little helpful and helped explain some questions that I had about how I do my hair, how to curl short hair, how to use a flat iron when curling hair. And if I didn't answer any of your questions, if you have specific questions that still went unanswered, definitely comment those down below and I will try my best to answer them very specifically and try to explain it as best as I can. And if you have any other videos you want to see from me, hair care, makeup, style, anything, definitely comment those down below and I will try my best to get to all of them, and I will see you guys in the next video.